Today I will teach you all the tips, tricks, advices and hacks that I wish I had learned when I started to play jazz guitar. During all my years of playing jazz guitar, I've now put together a list of 6 steps or tools or advices that I think everyone should know in order to instantly sound jazz. Number 1. Do a note below everything from now on. I will show you what I mean. Listen here, what do you think sound the most jazz? Example 1. Example 2. Example 2, right? Now let's go to the next step. By the way, if you find this guitar lesson useful, be sure to subscribe here to my YouTube channel so you don't miss any of my future guitar lessons out here. Now let's go to the next one. Number 2, learn at least one really good jazz lick. I will show you 3 examples here. Here comes 3 licks that I think everyone should have, and all of these ones work really good over A minor. And I really wish that I had learned these ones during my first guitar lesson. Lick number 1. Lick number 2. Lick number 3. Jazz hack number 3. Learn your first jazz chord. And I will show you some to get started with. Let's continue with a minor vibe here. Now I will show you 3 chord shapes that you must have. Chord number 1. Chord number 2. Chord number 3. There is a bunch of other chords as well that you really should check out, and you can add diminished chords, altered chords, the major chords and so on, but start with these ones, especially if you're a beginner. Hey, by the way, if you find this guitar lesson useful, be sure to check out my Patreon. There I got more than 300 lessons on jazz guitar, soul guitar and so on. I'll put the link in the description here. Now let's go to the next one. Number 4, stop playing scales from now on. And start to focusing on triads. I will show you what I mean. And don't get me wrong here, scales are really useful and everything is built from the scales, but when I started with triads and enclosures that I will very soon show you as well, everything changed for me. You need to focus on the notes that you really need to target, because in jazz we will have fast changing chords and so on, and then we really need to know which notes to target and hit. So when I started with triads, everything changed for me. So stop with the scales for a while and focus on triads. Here comes an easy exercise that I think you should start with. Learn these 2 triads. The A minor triad. The D minor triad. And now play each triad and chord over 2 bars, and then you change it, so you can learn and see how the pattern and shape changes for each bar. Let me show you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 5, enclosures. From now on, I always want you to do enclosures before the lick and after, or the melody you're doing. I will show you what I mean, and you will see what a difference it can make, and how it can sound more jazz. Here are the top 3 enclosures that you really need to have. Enclosure number 1. 1, 2. 1, 2. Enclosure number 2. for example, you do the enclosure to the root here, but then you land on the next note in the triad down. Right? And I play a first pick, hammer on, slide, up stroke, hammer on, pick. There we go. Enclosure number 3. This one is almost the same as the first one. Alright, so you start here. You want to target this note. So you do 2 in front of it, and then 1 behind, and then land on it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So 3 and you start on. So 1, 2, 3, da 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 da. There you come on the 1, okay? So, right? There we go. So 1, 2, 3. So this one I want you to do, and you can combine this with scales still, but always do the enclosures. This really helps you to sound jazz. Jazz guitar hack number 6. Now this is maybe the most important one, accents. And I will show you an exercise where I play the dominant bebop scale up and down without accents and then with accents. And we will see what sounds the most jazz. Without. With. Which one of the 2 examples sounded the most jazz? Number 2, right? I agree. Here comes an exercise how to improve accents. First, here's the scale. And be sure to do alternate picking. Now let's do accents on all the downstrokes, so hit that one harder. And now let's do accents on all the upstrokes instead, so hit that one harder this time. Okay, and now this is a bonus one. Try to do it on each third one. I will show you what I mean. So when I did this exercise, everything changed for me and all of a sudden I started to sound jazz. Because we really want to have those accents. So there you go, there you got all my top hacks and advices and tricks that I think everyone should have during their first jazz guitar lesson. And by the way, if you want to learn more, be sure to check out my Patreon. There I got a bunch of solo etudes where you can apply, for example, the accents and so on and learn more about chords and licks. Link in description. Good luck with all these exercises and keep practicing every day. See you soon again.